Let's get in the match here. It is going to be a Blight being played for Team Metro. So no more hatchets across the map for us. So we might see some Blight rushes across the map. We do spot our first survivor, and it's a bit of a miss there. Wispy trying to run away from this chase here that Smiley started. Pallet will not go down, actually. Pallet will go down a little bit later. We see the stain, back and forth, and there goes Wispy. Smiley, in my opinion... Ooh, there's a bit of a miss there for Smiley. Smiley, in my opinion, has been one of the more impressive survivors. A little bit of a teabag there from Wispy. So Smiley, in my opinion, has been one of the more impressive survivors in this tournament so far. So I'm looking forward to seeing them play some killer here. Another pallet goes down, and Wispy's showing that he's not just a killer player either, and he can play survivor too. Smiley looking possibly to abandon this chase. Wispy did a very good job there, buying a lot of time. And we do see some progress on this generator back here. They look like console equals trash. Do you see this? This hit should come through in the back, and it will. So console equals trash gets a hit in the back. Smiley happy to do so. Looking for a second hit as well. And a good pallet drop there to stun Smiley. And hiding in the locker is console equals trash. That's actually not a bad play there with the Blight, because Blight can't just open the locker after the rush. And look at that, console equals trash with some fancy footwork. Smiley should still get this down here, but it did buy a lot of time. And the Bloodlust comes through, Smiley with a spin around. And not a single generator been completed just yet, but I would expect to have one be popping any second now with all the time that was bought. So that is an explosion, so we do know the killer's ring Tinker now. By the way, Pingo, I can't text you back, but I do agree with you. So a couple generators in here. There's actually 2 generators in this building. We can hear the one upstairs is actually still being worked on. Back to Wispy. Wispy's able to run Smiley a bit. We do see another survivor actually crossing here. That's Laker on Nia. Drops a firecracker. Won't get the blind, but will also avoid the hit at the same time for just a moment. Generator did get completed. We'll finish out this chase before we do anything with the points. And the swing and the hit will come through. Smiley will hit one on Laker before immediately dropping the pallet. That pallet will get broken by a rush by the Blight, so that's going to bring it to 2-1 in favor right now of Golden Wolves. Some good rushes here and a good spin around that corner for Laker. Actually, for Smiley to get Laker. So that'll put us at 2-1. Unhooked, by the way, did come through on the opposite side of the map for Console, and they do get healed at the same time. Generator does explode again or give the notification that it is being worked on. So Tinker does pop off for Smiley yet again. 2 points now for Metro. So it is 2-2 early on in this match. Smiley heading right to protect that generator. Can't find it just yet. Actually rushes out of the building completely here. Maybe a bit of a shake of the head and not an excitement for that. Before heading back in this direction again. This generator got some progress on it as well. That totem does get cleansed. That was Undying. So Ruin's still active. Corrupt Intervention was on early on as well. So now there are only 2 perks left for the killer, and we know both of them. Good hit there. Good patience for Smiley to get that hit. The unhook should still come through. It will. I would expect... Yeah, so look, that's a good play by Laker there on the Nia, sandbagging that a little bit. Waiting out the 10 seconds. I would assume a vault comes through right here. Trying to body block it isn't enough. Very, very, very well played by Laker there to ensure his teammate was able to escape. Wispy still could possibly be in some danger here. 2 generators go through, showing the Tinker is happening right now. They're at 70% right now. And Wispy with another great patience and pallet drop on a Smiley here. Wispy playing super well right now, taking Smiley for a bit of a loop. Can they get this one, though? I'm not so sure. Smiley recognizes that, goes through. Can't get around the corner. Oh, barely doesn't make the hit. And Wispy will be able to jump through that one. One more jump through, and the pallet, excuse me, the entity will block that window. 2 generators pop on the opposite side of the map, though. Smiley's wasting a lot of time on this, and the survivors are taking advantage of this here. We will not get the hit right now. Oh, it's almost going to come out in time, where Smiley almost waited again a second time. Moves back around. Pallet's there. Doesn't go down. He gets a hit onto the pallet instead. And now Smiley, he's panicking a little bit right now. Not only going to Wispy so much here, with these other survivors just powering through generators right now. Can't find the hit anywhere. Another generator explodes on the backside of the map. It was not Tinker, by the way. That was just a missed skill check. And Smiley takes off again in the opposite direction through this pallet. Bloodlust activates on a Smiley. We'll probably lose it. The pallet goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. On which side is she on? She goes back around this way and leaves the pallet completely, juking out Smiley. Will Smiley be able to get this one here? Yes, they will. So Smiley finally gets the kill on a Wispy, shaking his head in excitement. But fact of the matter is, there's so much time that's been wasted, and now you've lost your Ruin Totem as well. 6-3 in favor of Golden Wolves. 2 generators need to be completed. Wispy unhooks themselves with Deliverance as well, by the way. Nia is in this corner. Lots of survivors in this corner to flick them through. And Laker goes down. I think that was Direwolf in this area, or it was Console. I'm not sure. I just saw a survivor behind that rock, by the way. 6-4. So all that time spent on Wispy, and Wispy's just able to unhook themselves as well. That's super unfortunate. There is a survivor back here somewhere. The question is, where do they go? There they are. It was Direwolf. So Direwolf takes a hit. And is able to run into the center of the building. Disturbed Ward is such a circular map that it's good on the outside for Team Metro's Killer Smiley, but going on the inside could be tricky when playing Blight. A good flick around the corner there. Wispy will go down as well. Quick nod. A generator did hit 70%, by the way. And Smiley opting to leave Wispy down on the ground. He's choosing to protect his hook instead. Now coming back. Smiley gets picked up. Excuse me. Wispy gets picked up. Thrown on the hook. A generator gets completed, so we'll go ahead and add those 8 points there. And then we're going to add 3 points onto the killer for Metro. Three points because of that hook, as well as the survivor dying, or the survivor dying. Another point, that's another hook state as well. So it is now 8-7. Console crashes in this area. Oh no. Good run so far. There's a very good run there for Console. Wispy still on the hook. Direwolf, team captain, missing at the moment. And Console will go down here. Direwolf has now made an appearance, unhooking Wispy. Console will get picked up here and toss on a hook themselves, more than likely here. That hook is down. That is where Laker died at, so Smiley will be forced to go into this back corner. Smiley will throw Console up on the hook. Wispy getting healed, by the way, so no progress on any generators since then. Swing and a miss. The generator in that back corner is at 70% now. Tinkerer does pop off, and Smiley knows that. You wonder if both survivors are there. Only one right now that we see. Smiley jumps out after Direwolf. Direwolf does get hit. Console equals trash just got down as well. So Wispy got healed and went for the save, but it was Direwolf was the target here for Metro's Killer Smiley. Looking for some more. Is it the basement play? There's the hatch. Both teams will be calling that out. And actually choosing to now drop Direwolf just because of the distance of the basement. Sometimes it's tricky to find the basement, and we saw that right there. But that means that Direwolf has got a lot of either, not recovery progress, but a lot of wiggle progress. It's going to be super difficult to hook in the future. Wispy takes a hit here. Finally looking to make a second one happen. Can't just yet, but is able to flick around the corner to get that. Wispy probably gets yanked up here. Looking for a hook in this back corner. We will go. Direwolf does get up. Whether that's unbreakable or not, we will see. That's going to be a 9th point for Metro. And part of me wonders if that was the right decision. I feel like I would have been just on a generator because knowing that... Oh, look, he's trying to protect. One survivor goes down. Playing the awkward game here. The generator does get done, and Adrenaline actually goes off. And so Console equals trash might be able to get away from this. We'll add the 10th point for the survivors right here. Console equals trash trying to run from this as much as possible. By the way, the Metro should have 10 points as well. There are 8 hook states that are attained and 2 survivors dead. So Console equals trash. Up, healthy. The adrenaline popped off there. Direwolf captain still on the ground somewhere. Console takes a hit. Will vault through this. And now run in the opposite direction here. I think Console goes down. Console does go down. So the question is one of these survivors running Unbreakable? We know that Direwolf was down earlier and stood back up somehow. Smiley making the right decision here, by the way, to go and pick up Direwolf first with the hatch being so close. And we'll throw... We'll go on this hook right here. So does Direwolf's first hook. So we'll add the 1 point for that. Console and Trash still in this area. Just don't know where. And there they are. Smiley waiting to see if there's a deliverance. I don't know if Console unhooked anybody. Kind of showing y'all, look, there is no deliverance. Direwolf will go hit phase 2. We'll give the extra point to Metro. Whoops. That's the one right there. And they both will end up going down. So that is 16 points. For the Team Metro, it'll be 10 points for the Golden Wolves. No bonus points awarded for either team because all hook states were attained, all generators were completed. And we will continue moving forward. Alright, so I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. I guess, as I mentioned, Golden Wolves had another tournament that they had to get to that starts at 1:30. So their game was at 12 o'clock today, and they scheduled their other tournament at 1:30 Eastern Time. So they scheduled an hour and a half for 4 games minimum. Could have been 6. So Golden Wolves has decided to forfeit, and they will... that'll be it. So Metro will move on 2-0 in rather anticlimactic fashion.